Hi Cancer, welcome to Sophquest. I'm Spence. Welcome in to your weekly reading for October 4th through the 10th. And this week we're going to use the Enchanted Map Oracle cards by Colette Baron-Reid with the artwork of Jenna Della Grottaglia. I love her artwork so much. autumnsgoddess.com is her website, and I've been a fan for years, since I used to be a gallery director on deviantart.com. I was the fractal gallery director, and I was just a big fan. I loved her art. So I love this deck for that reason, and Colette Baron-Reid is just the bomb. And then Tarot of Mystical Moments by Katrine Wildt-Stein. I love the surrealism. I adore it. So this feels like a very surreal time to me. I gotta tell you, we are in Mercury retrograde. Yes, we are. Throughout Libra season, we are in Libra season. And now in October, so in the northern hemisphere here, we are about to have some autumn leaves falling. Even though I'm in Florida, I miss that. I'm from New York originally. I wore my leaf earrings for you today, for those of you who enjoy the autumn season as much as I do. All right, well this week we're going to have a new moon in Libra. That is going to be on Wednesday, October 6th. And on that day, we're going to have a conjunction that's important with Mars and Mercury. And that's a sort of an initiation period, wanting to move things into a way of talking about how to balance our relationships in a better way. Balancing things out, working things out, right? Talking about things. It's a good thing. And then the next day, Pluto stations direct. Woohoo! Pluto's been in retrograde for 5 months. I mean, some people, is Pluto better in retrograde? Is it better forward? You know, Pluto is about power and empowerment. So depending on where you stand with your empowerment, whether you feel empowered or disempowered, is an important lesson I think we've all been learning, right, Cancer? So, you know, might want to think about that and consider that, because when we're in Mercury retrograde with miscommunications, in the 7th natural house, partnership house of marriage and relationship, any activity with Pluto, it can be power plays and power struggles, so be careful with that in your relationships, because we're really taking stock of how we're moving forward in relationships, right? And then on the 10th, at the end of the week, Saturn is going to station and go direct as well. Good old grandfather that makes us work really, really hard to learn karate by saying, wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. What does this have to do with learning karate so I can win the championship? Right? It's that. And we've been in Saturn retrograde for 4 months, so finally it's going to go forward and we're going to start to make more progress. So it's a good week. It's a good week of kind of getting that motion forward, even though it's Mercury retrograde. We're coming to the starting line of making really great change. I love that. All right, 3 cards for you. I've done plenty of shuffling. Let's do this. Cancer. All right, for you today we have wide open. Yay. That's how about staying open, having an open mind. Unexpected visitors, because you may have a surprise this week, Cancer. Could be a visitor, literally. But mostly it just means that something surprising could happen. And then sacred pool. And whatever happens was meant to happen. Go with the flow. Okay? Be way open to whatever changes happen this week and just go with the flow, because it's the natural part of the progression that I've been talking about, right? So it's like, let things happen as they will. Que sera, sera. Okay, so let's do the 9 card for you as well. I'm going to show you each and every card. We're going to go horizontal, vertical, and big picture. Okay. All right, Cancer. So we sit with me, settle in, relax, get some air, get some oxygen in the brain, deep cleansing breaths. It does lower your cortisol, brings the stress down, gets you into nice synergy in order to receive, hopefully, a blessing, a message for you. Take what resonates with you in your life and leave the rest, right, for someone else. You can check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus in my weekly readings playlist. And if you haven't already subscribed, I hope you will do that this week so that you can, if you click the bell, you can get notified every time I put up your videos every week. I do one for each and every sign. Nice. Okay, those are done. That felt good. All right, I will read them to you and then I'm going to show them to you as we go. We have the Knight of Cups, the Page of Cups. Well, someone's coming in with some love. Ten of Swords. Maybe an apology. If they got in your head about something that drove you crazy and it's been happening for a while, someone you've been arguing with for a while that you love, that you care about, maybe a family member or whatever, they may have a peace offering this week, or you may take it to them. That's possible. Because you really do want to get back into a balance with them. And this is something you're going to make a decision about, especially if it's a family member, right? Two of Wands, it's like you have two ways to go. All right? You can ghost them for life, which some of you may have to. If this is a toxic situation, then obviously you may need to. But if it's not and it can be healed, you got the Sun and Strength. So it can be healed. You can be the bigger person. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. And I'm hearing an olive branch. Someone could, you know, offer an olive branch. It may not be received, but that's okay. Because the offer is the point for you, if it's you doing the offering. And if they are trying to offer an olive branch, you have the choice as to whether or not it's, you know, a true apology that they're sorry about, or whether they're just, you know, saying the words without feeling it. So you've got a choice here that you're gonna make. Okay, then on the bottom of the deck, King of Wands, King of Cups, Lovers. This person gets you really hot, like they make you mad. But you have the capability to allow for this to heal and make the choice. For others of you, you know, if this is a love relationship and there was an argument, this person is crazy about you. They are crazy about you. They love you. They want you. You're their person. They're leva. You know, that's what I'm saying. So wide open. I mean, you can see here on the card, it's just like stay open, because anything can happen at this point, right? Stay open to the possibility. Stay open to the grace of good things happening, right? All of us have been feeling like we've had so much bad luck lately, right? Or that everything's just been so hard, like nothing's had ease, right? Well, that's like 5 or 6 planets in retrograde that's been happening since the end of spring. That's why. But something surprising is coming in. It might be a person, maybe a visitor. And with the sacred pool, this right now in this reading, what I'm getting is that it's like cool, cleansing, healing waters, right? The waters of love. Stay open to the idea that even though it may feel like an interruption, if this person calls you out of the blue or comes to visit, it's like stay open to the idea, right? Because I see the bird coming in with a message, that it's like you're not sure you want to go through that door again, but this is saying there's cleansing, clearing, and healing here for you. Okay, Cancer, there is. King under the deck internally, right? Subconsciously, what I'm seeing is, I mean, you've got some really strong feelings here. King of Wands, King of Cups, Lovers. So, first of all, it's like you can make the choice. I'm just going to say this cold, I'm just going to talk turkey, okay? I'm just going to say it outright. You can make the decision from your ego, or you can make the decision from your heart. That's what I'm getting, okay? It is a decision, and you're talking to yourself about it. You're listening to yourself about it, is what I'm getting from this. If this is, however, a couple, subconsciously you know that you love each other and you're completely different, but you can work it out, okay? The bridge is communication, and we are in Libra season. It's an air sign, the sign of communication. And even though Mercury is in retrograde and communications can be difficult, feel like there's miscommunication or misinterpretation, if you stay open to it, the healing could happen anyway. As a matter of fact, the more you flub up and the more you're trying really hard to say what you want to say and it's a little awkward, showing your vulnerability in that way might not be a bad thing. I mean, you know, you're human and so are they. So that's kind of what I'm getting. Knight of Cups, Page of Cups. Someone is bringing this cup of love. That's what I'm seeing. With the Ten of Swords, you may have said, no, I'm done. I'm already done with that. I don't want to hear your apology. I can't think about this anymore. But with the wide open card right there, it's kind of saying, you know what, give it another chance. Maybe. Not necessarily in the relationship if the relationship is ended. It doesn't mean take someone back if they're your ex or whatever. It just means to listen to someone if they want to offer and make amends. Okay? Because that's clearing karma. And that can help you both heal. So the graciousness of forgiveness should always be practiced. We should forgive ourselves, we should forgive others, and try to move on. You know, the Ten of Swords is a decision card, though. It's like, I can't take any more, so I would say, yes, keep your boundaries, but you may want to stay open to it. Again, Six of Pentacles, someone being generous, right? And you can see Cups of Love here. And with the King of Swords, this is, again, another Swords card about, you know, standing in your truth and having a boundary. But in this King of Swords, it's like she is taking a needle and threading through the stars her own path, her own destiny. You know, if you share a destiny with this person, then you are at a crossroads at the point of whether or not you want to go forward with them. That's what this says to me. And whether or not they can be generous of spirit, make amends with you, apologize if that's necessary, or if you need to do that with them, it's going to affect where you go next in life. Because I think you do affect each other in that way. With the Sacred Pool, it's like there is healing that is needed here. And I'm really getting the feeling like you're really different, the two of you. Very, very different. But together you could be very complementary. It doesn't mean you have to be up in each other's face every 5 seconds. It just means, you know, that you can be you, they can be them, and that's okay. Six of Pentacles is about being fair about that. Having a generous spirit. Allowing for kindness, allowing for forgiveness. Because then I have the Sun. This is happiness, good fortune, good luck, love, abundance. It's all good things. And with the Strength card, it's like, because you deserve it. You've been strong through this. It's been very hard. This person may have been a bit manipulative. Or maybe they were, you know, just argumentative. Some people love to argue, right? They just do. Some people are just very strategic in the way that they speak. If this person's been playing mind games with you, and I could see that, I'm not gonna lie, with the Ten of Swords and the 5, and I'll show you on the vertical, but this comes above this, and that's why you're looking at the Two of Wands. I understand. If this person's been playing games with you, you're like, no. This isn't a chess match. There are no winners and losers here. That's not going to happen anymore. We're going to take a new road if we're going to get along. So I get that. I do, and I respect that, Cancer. And honestly, Cancer, they could be saying it to you. right? Like if they're a fire sign, for example, in your water, they may think that because you are very emotive, that you're very openly emotional, or that you talk about emotional things, they may feel like that's kind of an emotional manipulation or strategy that you employ, but really it's not. It's just that that's your temperament, your element. And they're just about fire with taking action. So I'm simplifying the way that astrology works, obviously, but you get the gist. You get the gist. People are different. If this person is a Leo, yeah, okay, they have a strong sense of ego, and they may have a bit of competition. They're king of the jungle, right? So it's that. It's just, this is in the center of your reading today, this Queen of Swords, and it's saying what you are weaving right now matters, okay? What you are weaving right now. So remember, this sacred pool is a pool of healing. So let me show you on the vertical. Knight of Cups. Something loving coming in. It is generous of spirit. And with the sun, it does bode well for healing, happiness, good fortune. Page of Cups, because it's kind. It's a kindness. And you have the decision to make. Yes, hold your boundaries. The Queen of Swords does. But you're also weaving your future. Be careful, you know, to have the graciousness to accept an apology, because you're strong enough. You don't need, you know, you can tame your own ego and be like, okay, I forgive you, that kind of thing. If it needs to happen, if it's appropriate for you to have the conversation that way. If you need to be a little bit stronger with them, then you're going to be like, you don't get to treat me like that anymore. We're going down a new path now, and I'm not going to be manipulated. So I can see I could see that a conversation perhaps going the same way. Most especially if they surprise you, if it's kind of out of the blue, and you're like, I don't know what to say back, you know, that kind of feeling. Just have trust that whatever happens, you know, I think that grace is being poured onto the situation here. I really do. Because in the end, I think that you're making the choice that you love this person. And I think you're going to let them in. With this King of Cups, I think you're going to let them in. That's what I want to say. All right? So, Cancer, I wish you the best in this situation. I really hope that you were able to understand me today. I am so Mercury retrograded right now. Honestly, I'm having trouble. I'm trying. So, I'll talk to you again next week. Have a happy Mercury retrograde, a happy new moon, and I wish you kindness, reverence, and gratitude. Thanks, Cancer. See you next week.